Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in today. We are here at beautiful Travis Point Country Club on the 14th hole. And as you can see behind me, I've got a lot of bunkers to negotiate. Today, we are going to talk about greenside bunker shots. We've approached our mid-range shot, which is here about a 25-yard shot. Maybe as much as 30 yards. Our greenside one, which was more like the 10 to 15 yard range or closer. The mid-range shot is very similar to our stock bunker shot, except on the mid-range there's a little bit more arc. We turn a little bit more, and we really have to just keep that energy going to send this ball a greater distance. Depending on how much room you had to play with green, you might play a more lofted club like your 60 degree or your lob wedge when you have 2/3 or 3/4 of the shot has to be in the air. And conversely, if you've got 2/3 or 3/4 of the shot that can be on the ground, you may be more comfortable playing with a lesser lofted wedge like a gap wedge, or maybe your sand wedge if your lob wedge is usually your go-to. So the variance is very little. We can change clubs depending on how far the ball is going to fly. We're still going to try to strike it about the width of a golf ball behind the golf ball. And if you're using the same club as you did on the stock shot, then you'll square the face up just slightly, but we're still going to try to impact that same area into the ground. All right, so we're going to take the same setup that we took in our stock greenside shot that was a little bit shorter. The ball position is going to be in the center of our stance. My stance will be just a little bit open as it was to start. The face angle, if I'm using the same club, the face angle is going to be a little bit more square, but still very open. The line's aiming somewhere probably in the middle area of my lead foot. I'm still going to try to strike that golf ball width or so behind the golf ball. And as always, the engine's going to keep moving the handle and my arms through impact. As I set up, I create a nice little bit of tilt down toward the golf ball to lower my hands, which helps set my hands on the backswing. And then we're going to keep this going just like before, a little bit of pressure on that lead leg. Let's see how this goes. That's our technique for the mid-range bunker shot. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone, today. I hope you enjoyed today's segment about greenside bunkers. I know that I have had a lot more success when I've adopted these approaches, and my students have helped their games tremendously doing the same thing. As always, if you ever have any questions about your own game, comment below. Feel free to like and share with all of your friends so I can help their game, and we will see you next week.